there, stationery squad and Inky enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. It's Kristen here, and today we've got another haul. I know, second kind of big one in recent months, but remember that I didn't buy for a long time, and after this, I'm not going to buy for a long time. Wait, did I say that in my last video? At any rate, this one was special because it is from Pen Realm. If you're not familiar with Pen Realm, they are primarily an online retail shop owned by Nib Meister grinder extraordinaire Kirk Spear and his family, and they go to a lot of pen shows as well, so people are familiar with them in that way. This is special because I didn't buy it online or at a pen show. Pen Realm is actually based out of Loveland, Colorado, which is not that far from me, but road construction and Buc-ee's being in between makes it about a 2-hour trip each way. They're hardly ever open. Mostly you have to do it by appointments, and appointments are only available when they're not at shows. So to catch them on an open day, and usually it's Thursdays and Fridays, work days. So yeah, it's kind of tough to go there in person, but the stars finally aligned. Well, I made them align. They were open. I took it off and I headed up there, made a stop at Buc-ee's for a brisket sandwich and a Slurpee, and on to Pen Realm we went. And now we're going to look at what I bought because I've been yammering a lot. Okay. First thing, so you see at the top, I went a little crazy. They had these cute bear stickers, and I believe these are from Wonderland 222. When I've gone to the Wonderland site, these have always caught my eye because I haven't actually ordered from Wonderland. I haven't bought these stickers yet either, but I just love bear motifs. This one says inspire. This one says achieve. This one is just pretty mountains. And this one is kind of a southwest style. And then I got this mermaid one that says a sea of possibilities. I have a new water bottle and like which one looks best on it? This one or this one? Can you see that? I think I kind of like this one. Yeah, let's just go ahead and, having a water bottle without a sticker is just not okay. Okay. All right, so we'll put those away. Next, I picked up the Esterbrook Catch You Forget to Flower ink. It is designed to match this pen that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. Let's take a look at what this color is. Go ahead and make up our swatch card. I'm sure I didn't spell that right, but I have put the box away. I finally came up with a reason what to do with my weekly pages in this Openichi. They are the splatter background for making swatch cards, which is kind of ending up kind of cool to have records of these colors. What am I doing here? Why did I go so low? It's weird. There's like a big spot there. All right, we'll set that off to dry. They had a nice stock of Wonderland 222 notebooks, and Wonderland 222, some of the older ones have the original Tomoe River paper. And so this one had 2022 on it. So I think I think that's the good stuff. And so I picked it up. Did I need another notebook? No, but I had a meeting after this and I realized that I forgot to bring my notebook. So I picked it up in case I need to take meeting notes, which I didn't, but oh well. It's pretty, it's pink. It's going to live in my purse and match if we become the new purse notebook. So that's cool. All right, now to the big stuff. Dun, 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 dun. There's probably going to be a bunch of videos about this guy over the next couple days from all of the people in around. Believe it or not, this is my 100th fountain pen. Can you believe it? And what's I think cool is that my first fountain pen, kind of official fountain pen, and my 100th are the same brand. They are both TWSBI Ecos. And so I think that speaks really highly. I love my Ecos. They are such a wonderful pen. I think they're so great for beginners. Relatively reasonable in terms of, fountain pen cost. Sometimes it's intimidating because you get all this stuff and you're like, in 5 years, I've never had to use these things. I don't know. I've used the silicone grease for a couple other pens, but not actually a TWSBI. So this is the TWSBI Fluorite. And what was great about Pen Realm, they had 4 or 5 already pre-opened. I can look at the swirl pattern and make a choice, and there are a lot that are, of the 5 I saw, they were pretty different. This one I picked because it had a good kind of the purpley pink base, and then it had the spots of the hot pink. I think some people are thinking this is red. In person, it is really a hot pink. And then we've got a little bit of blurple and then some white down here on the finial or end cap, and then white up here on the main cap. It is a bronze nib, and I got it in bold. I actually didn't have a bold eco, so that's great if I want to switch it out. Of course, it's bronze, so that makes it a little bit more challenging. But yeah, so I'm going to put this one off to the side. We're going to do an ink menu, I think, in a second for it. But let's look at the other pen. The other pen was kind of a surprise. It is the Cloud Dancer from Opus 88, and that's their pen of the year. So it was on the pens that caught my eye. So yay. I am sticking to my pen purchasing principles. The TWSBI Ecos are always on there. It's there under the $100 realm. So let's take a look at this one. I love these. These are my favorite kind of boxes. I don't love dust sleeves. I like magnetic closures. Open it up. Why I keep all the boxes, I don't know. This is an eyedropper pen. So you get the eyedropper with it. So that part. Just very cool parts. And I kind of forgot that these were eyedroppers. So when I opened the box, it was kind of fun. Okay, so this is the Cloud Dancer. And so we've got a little dancer here. And then the year, and then Cloud Dancer, and then the rose gold trim. I think this is, I don't know, this is the year of the white pen, or clear and white neutral pens, maybe. Obviously the TWSBI is about as far as you can get from that, but others, I think, of the pens I bought this year, at least a third are white. I used to be really afraid of white pens because I was afraid they'll stain, but I think I'm doing pretty well with the other ones I have, so I think it's gonna be okay. And I was ready to do this one. I bought it in a fine, so it's pretty much a basic Yovo nib. But here is the top. This is the Harmony model, so that's what it says on the top of the cap. Come on, cap. And then if you haven't seen an eyedropper before, it's kind of cool. It's got an O-ring here at the top of the section to prevent leaks, and then you just drop the ink inside of here, and then there is this kind of gasket that helps with the flow down on the side. But don't just I think the first Opus 88 I got, I thought it was a piston filler because I mean this is turning, but then it wasn't moving on the inside. I thought I bought it secondhand and I thought, oh, it's broken, and then I did a little research. I'm like, oh, it's an eyedropper, which is a fantastic. This made me laugh so hard. This is the instruction manual. I think it's funny. This part didn't make me laugh, but here's the English side, which you open up the instructions in Japanese. This side has the Japanese writing to open it up. And here, the instructions. In case you weren't sure how to take the cap off your pen, it's here. And then it gets into like the important stuff of how to eyedropper your pen. But that just made me laugh. How to take off the cap. You know, some people might need to know how to do that. All right, look, what caught my eye, and I think this is different and why having the opportunity to go to a store or go to a show is online, even though I put this down because I just really want another Opus. I don't think the chatoyance, and I don't even know if the camera is picking up. Chatoyance, that's your vocabulary word for the day, is this kind of ribbon reflection that happens in some resins. So that was what really caught my eye on this one, and I went for it. We're gonna ink it up later because I don't need to make a ink menu for this one because I can pick anything. And I think that might be why I am leaning towards more neutral pens and also pens with lots of colors, is that because now I have so many inks, I really love the freedom. A neutral pen, I can put any color ink in it. I don't have to matchy match. And yes, I know I don't have to matchy match any of my pens, but for me, I kind of do. Here's that all dry. See this bright pink, which I think actually will start our ink menu. Okay, so if you have if you've watched a few of my videos before, you've heard me talk about the amazing folks in my local pen group up, the Colorado Pen. In my local pen group, affectionately called the Colorado Pen Posse, and very generous. And last time I was there, in addition to the inks that I showed in my last video, a pen friend was giving away original pre-Sanzen Tomoe River paper. I'm a little nervous to try this because what if I fall in love? Obviously, I can't fall in love with it because it's not available. But I'm curious to see how it compares. And I had a little bit of bleed through on the page underneath, so I just taped it in here for our ink menu for the TWSBI. All right, since I have the Flower Esterbrook ink, I think that is kind of a match for these pinky sections. So I'm going to try that. And then we'll go through and look at some of the other colors I think might match. I think to make our life easy this time, I'm just going to go with my Speedball B00. Sailor Hokoro Find It. I'm going to call this Flower because we all know it has the rest of that. Got a couple more out here on my desk that I think might be a good match. The first is Dominant Industries Sunsets. And this might not be the one that I thought it was. Well, it's going to hit that purpley vibe. I think that one is a little too purple. But it does tend to dry down pink, so it's got a lovely shimmer to it. Since it is kind of a purpley pink, I guess I should bring that pen back over here. See it and compare. I think another purpley pink I have is from bookish artist Mandy. She sent me the Kobe purple pink in an Inkmas swap. Give that a shot. I really like how those pink tones are coming up out of that one. It's interesting, this one is also picking up some of the blue undertones, so I think this is looking like a good match. You can probably stop here, but you know. Let's see what else we've got out here. Another sample that I picked up from Generous Friend at the Pen Posses is Papier Plume First Blossom. Be a hard choice. It's gonna be a hard choice. All right, let's come in with another hot pink. Let's go back to things Mandy sent me. I'm gonna go with Lennon Tulibar Nebula's Kiss. It's gonna pick up the bright pink. Another like blurple, something dark to pick up that one. Oh my goodness. So many choices. Okay, I went with Pannonia Aster for that. And that's pretty. And nailed that part. Next up, we're going to tie Diamond Industry Pearl Lavender, since it's nice broad nib. I'm hoping it can handle the pearl. Just let me tell you, when I put the pearl in the fine root beer, it was an epic fail. I had to take it out almost immediately, which is so sad. But because they're both bronze, I'm hoping that I can swap the nibs and try again with the root beer and the Harbor of Dieppe. Ooh, how about a match, friends? Get one more in here. Sitting on my desk. I want to try Troublemaker Foxglove. All right. I need to consult my challenge board for my June bingo. If you've watched my last currently inked, I talked about wanting to do a challenge for everybody, kind of like GBR bingo. It's a post in my community thread. I'll pop it up here, but it's a fun way to gamify what you're currently inking up in June. I'm going to see which of these colors that I like the best also meet one of those prompts, and I can't remember all of them, so I have to look them up. It's just sad because I created them. Okay, there's actually 3, so I'm deciding between ink from a swap, which would be the purple pink, or the first blossom, or the nebulous kiss. A new ink would be Esterbrook flower, sunset, or foxglove. I also have ink 5 or more rainbow colors, so if I wanted to go with the pearl lavender, any of the other colors would fit in there. I also have vacation inspired ink. I don't know. I mean, sunset could be a vacation, right? Also have demonstrator Vero on the pen. What do you think? Oh, decisions. All right. Can you guess what I picked? Do a little writing and see if you can. All right, here it comes. Did you guess it? I can't remember if I said this part, but here's the trick. You don't have to fill up your converter or your piston or your barrel. You don't have to fill your pen up all the way when you pick an ink. So when you have all of these great choices over here, and you don't know where to start, I recommend, fill it a third of the way. Try one ink and then it'll run out fast, hopefully. And if you like the pen, that's a sign too. If you're sitting here at the end of the month and there's still ink in it, like maybe, but you like it, then you can go on to another one. I don't know. I thought I really wanted to see, because this is showing such fun shading. I wanted to see if it came out in the writing as well. So let's see some up and across, and up, down, and a reverse. Reverse is almost a medium. I'm going to work with it a little bit more before we fill out the first impressions, but here we go. I mean, I think the bull nib is definitely picking up some of at least the different shading properties. I don't think we're getting quite all the colors that we see here in the swatch. And again, that could be the difference between OG Tomoe Weaver paper and Hobonichi 2026 paper. Also, we know that like a swatch and writing aren't ever the same, but I think we do see it when I did this little Zentangle pattern. This is called Shattuck. When I do this dark filling, we do kind of get some of that variation, but overall, I think it's a really great match, and I have many more awesome colors to look forward to play in this one. So yeah, 100th fountain pen. Can you believe it? I can't. All right, until next time, keep ink on your fingers. Yay for the Inky Fingers Club. Not too bad today. And keep being awesome. Bye for now.